Alright, what's up YouTube? This is Nick Adler here. Today I'm going to be ranking the Sims 4 expansion packs. I found this tier list on Google, and this tier list was created by Art D Show. Last time I forgot to give a shout out to the tier list creator for the game pack ranking video that I made. This tier list has a list of like the expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs, and kits and whatnot. But since I've already reviewed the game packs, since I've already ranked the game packs, I'm gonna go ahead and just rank the expansion packs. Alright, the first expansion pack that we have is, I think this is Get to Work. I'm pretty sure this is the logo for Get to Work. This expansion pack could have been better in a whole lot of ways. We could have had way better careers. Like whenever I think of Get to Work, I think of Sims 3 Ambitions, and the Sims 3 Ambitions was a really good expansion pack. Since the Sims 4 is supposed to be like a more advanced version of the Sims 3, you'd think that like their expansion packs would be even better than the Sims 3's expansion packs, but that hasn't been the case with a lot of these packs. Get to Work is basically a watered down version of Sims 3 Ambitions. It doesn't have half as many careers. Yeah, the scientist career is pretty cool, and the doctor's career, I guess, is pretty cool. It still could have been better in a whole lot of ways. The world it came with could have been a lot better. This pack came with Magnolia Primate as its world, and Magnolia Primate's horrible. Like, I don't know what they were thinking, only giving us a world with 4 lots with an expansion pack. It's like they were just trying to do the bare minimum, and it's just so annoying. So yeah, that's why Get to Work could have been better, because it seriously could have been a lot better. Yes, it adds more careers and more build buy mode items. It also added aliens, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it could have been better in many ways, and it's just horrible that it was in the condition that it was in. Alright, Mount Comboy. At least I'm pretty sure this is Mount Comboy because it says like snow in a mountain. This pack is okay, I guess. I mean, do I think it adds anything crucial to the game? It adds a world where it's permanently winter, you know, like, because there's parts of Mount Comboy that are just covered in snow, like kind of like Alaska, I guess, or Antarctica you compare it to. It's supposed to be based off of somewhere in Japan. I don't think it's that entertaining watching my Sims go snow skiing. Something about it is not that interesting to me. The fact that they could also die. Yes, I know people die in real life from going snow skiing, but there's so many ways that your Sims could die in The Sims 4, and it's just really annoying. Like they could die from laughter, from getting too angry. It's just really annoying all the deaths they have in the game, because I'm not someone who enjoys killing off my Sims. Whatever. But Mount Comboy, it comes with some pretty unique stuff. Some pretty cool features. I'm not even sure whether to put it in could have been better. I mean, I really like the trail. Like, one of my favorite things about it was the trail. Do I think that it comes with essential features to make your game, like, enhanced? Not really. I just wasn't too into this pack, so I guess I'm gonna put it in. I would put it in could have been better, but like I don't even know what could have made it better, because like I'm not even an expert on skiing or anything. But like I'm gonna put it in meh. All right, Henford on Begley. Oh no, it's called. This pack is called Cottage Living. This pack could have been better in so many ways, and it was disappointing in a lot of ways. Here's how it was disappointing. The fact that the cows and llamas are like tied to one item, and like they can't walk around your whole lot. They're just like, stuck being close to this item. Like they stay in one small spot. That's just very annoying. And like the animals don't even interact with each other that much, and it's just very lackluster. And it's like, once again, they could have done so much more than what they did. And Cottage Living, it had so much potential. It's just they didn't execute. Like they didn't put that much good content in it, and they could have made the gameplay better than what it was. The chickens are cool, because the chickens, they run around your whole lot and your Sims can interact with them. And it would have been kind of cool if they would have given us toys for the cows, the llamas, and chickens, because they do play with toys in real life. That would have just made it like funner to watch the animals. And also the fact that this pack didn't come with a farmhand, that really just irked me, because the butlers don't help with cows and llamas. The maids don't help with cows and llamas. Like, if your sim has a toddler, and you have cows and llamas on top of that, you might as well be able to forget. Like, you're gonna have to choose between your kid and the farm animals, because there's no way your sim's gonna be able to keep up with their own needs, plus the toddler's needs, plus the cows and the llamas' needs. It's just like almost impossible. Like, it just does not make the gameplay fun. I know in Horse Ranch we finally got farm hands, which was nice, and the farm hands, of course, they helped take care of the cows and llamas, so that was nice. But the fact that they weren't in cottage living was just disgraceful, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put cottage living and could have been better. As much as I love Henford on Begley, Henford on Begley is a gorgeous world. Like, that to me is one of the best things about the cottage living expansion pack. But other than that, it definitely could have been better. Alright, I think this is high school years. The high school years could have been better in a whole lot of ways. The T-post challenge is just very dumb and annoying. The fact that students can only go to 2 classes a day, I kind of get it, but what drives me crazy is how they don't have gym class. Like, why don't the students have gym class? Why do I just watch the students basically go to these classes where the teachers are, like regular classes, where like there are teachers at a dry erase board, and of course the game glitches a whole lot throughout the process of your sim going to high school, so it's like it's not even a fun experience to send them to high school. I ended up bulldozing the actual high school that came with high school years, and then replacing it with my own, which made the game a little bit more interesting. But yeah, it could have been a lot better. And one of the most disappointing things about this pack, aside from the fact that high school is not that interesting, is when your kid graduates. Like, sometimes you won't get their graduation picture until 4 weeks after your teen becomes a young adult. So it's like, that must be something wrong with the game's engine or something. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And like, some graduations I couldn't even go to because the game was just glitching so bad. So yeah, high school years could have been better in many ways. The last thing that I'm gonna say about high school years is I don't like okay, so the carnival's cool. The carnival came with it, like it looks pretty, but the fact that you can't see the same view as your sim from the Ferris wheel, the fact that you can't like look at the view that they're looking at, the Ferris wheel is just a rabbit hole, and like all the games at the carnival are just kind of like a rabbit hole. Like it once again, not interesting. The Sims could have really went the extra mile with that. Like, they could have had like like the horseshoe game where like you throw the horseshoe, and like, or your Sim could like win something at the carnival. But no, it's just the carnival is extremely lackluster, filled with a bunch of rabbit holes, and they didn't have to do that. It could have been so much better than what it was. Yeah, so high school years is right here and could have been better. Alright, what's this? Is this Parenthood? I think this is Growing Together. Yeah, Growing Together was, I expected it to be like Generations. Was it? Not really. I think it's cool that you could teach your kid to ride a bike in Growing Together, even though that glitches half the time, and for whatever reason the parents won't do it. Even though I tell them to teach your kid how to ride a bike, they don't do it. So that, for me, that glitches a whole lot. This pack comes with some pretty cool build buy mode furniture, some pretty cool creative sim items. It's not horrible, but Growing Together definitely could have been better in a lot of ways. Oh, and the least they could have done was give elders canes, but they didn't even do that. They didn't even give elders the canes. Like, I don't know what's going on inside their heads sometimes. Yeah, and it's not like you need this pack to have infants, because infants came with the update, which I'm glad, but still. So yeah, Growing Together could have been in it. Growing Together is going in the could have been better rank. Alright, this one is what? Horse Ranch? Okay. Here's what bugs me about Horse Ranch expansion pack. It seems like I'm just ranting about all of them, but like a lot of them have things. 90% of these packs, game packs, expansion packs, whatever, they have things that they can improve. That it's not rocket science, but like they should have already known to like make these packs better than what they were. But anyway, when it comes to Horse Ranch, it's really annoying how horses have to take up a slot in the household. In The Sims 3, your households could have 8 Sims and like 2 pets at the most. So the fact that the horses take up a regular household slot, that really just like puts a limit on the gameplay, in my opinion. The goats and sheep really cute to look at. They're cute how they hop around, whatever. However, they still are, they don't do much. Like there's no toys for the goats and sheep to play with. It's the goats and sheep just don't do much. They're basically like decorations. Sure, they run across your Sim's yard, but like I don't really notice the goats and sheep interacting with the other animals that much. So like, there's not a whole lot of fun animations for them, and the goats and sheep could have been more interesting than what they were, but they didn't do that. So yeah, Chestnut Ranch could have been a lot better as well, and we should have gotten pigs included, like cottage living with farm animals, no pigs. Horse ranch that is supposed to actually be about an actual farm, not just a cottage, still no pigs. Get Together could have been better, just like the other ones, because we should have got a drum set. And if we're gonna if we're gonna form clubs, your Sims should be able to form a band to where they can go on tour with that band, or the band could all perform for money. They get gigs with the band, they get famous off the band, something like that. But like it's pretty hard to just for your Sim to have a band. Or we could have had like a pop group, like they do choreography and they could have like a pop club, does dance moves and they sing, and then they perform for people with a little group that they have. Like K-pop and NSYNC and stuff like that. Like they could have performed in a group like that. All right, so I think this is City Living. City Living's okay. For what I remember, this pack came with a basketball court, and I really appreciated it for that. The world that City Living comes with was kind of cool because of the festivals. Do I think that it was like amazing? No, but it added some more careers, which was cool. Of course, the firefighting career is not in this pack either. The firefighting career is not in the Sims 4 at all, which is pretty annoying. I don't think the filmmaker career is in the Sims 4. You could be an actor in the Sims 4, but like I don't think you could be an actual filmmaker like you could in Sims 3. But anyhow, okay. So yeah, City Living introduced apartments, which is pretty unique, even though I don't really care to play with apartments. So yeah, it introduced a lot of things that we didn't have in the game before. But I'm just, truth be told, I wasn't that interested. So I'm gonna go ahead and put City Living in. I'm conflicted between meh and could have been better. I'm gonna say could have been better, even though I don't completely know how it could have been better. It could have been better. Like it could have. Okay, so here's an example of how City Living could have been better. If they came with the underground hot tub, like the Sims 2 Nightlife, and I forget what expansion pack the Sims 3 had that was similar to Nightlife. But yeah, it could have came with the underground hot tub. Why are there no underground hot tubs in Sims 4? Like that's so annoying. They're all above ground. All the hot tubs are above ground. But whatever. Cats and dogs. Okay. This pack annoyed me a little bit because, well, actually a lot, because it should have given us the option to have more animals except for just cats and dogs. Sims 3 came with a whole bunch of animals. Dogs in The Sims 4 are much more needy than dogs in real life. Like dogs in The Sims 4 want attention 24/7, which I'm pretty sure is some type of glitch in the game. They want to go out for walks no matter what type of weather it is. And here's the thing, if my Sim has a big yard, the dog should not be asking to go out for a walk, because it has all that room outside to run around in. Now, I know people who have big yards and their dogs in real life. I know people in real life who have big yards and their dogs don't beg them to go on walks because they don't have to, because they get plenty of exercise when they run around the 8 acres of land and like the big yards that my friends have. Yeah, and this pack came with the option to have your own veterinarian clinic, which is cool. Do I think the vet clinic is very entertaining? No. I actually dread taking my pets to the vet in The Sims 4 because it's just, you have to sit through the loading screen and it's not that interesting when you get there. If one of my pets gets sick in The Sims 4, I just buy like 50 wellness treats from the vending machine and then I just go home. Of course, I still have to go there to get the pet spayed and neutered, but like, yeah, because I don't feel like sitting through that, and half the time it glitches anyway, and the vet's office won't even work. So yeah, cats and dogs could have been a lot better. Another thing that annoys me about cats and dogs is in the Sims 3 pets, you could actually play as the pet. Like you can control what the pet did. You know, where the pet went, how the pet interacted with people. You could control that. Sims 4, you can't. You can't really tell what's in their mind. You kind of have to guess. And like pets actually had wants and needs and wants and fears in the Sims 3, but in the Sims 4, I don't think they do. They take up a spot in the household, but you can't play as them and have them do certain things. It's weird. Alright, Sims 3 Seasons I think is like one of the best expansion packs, if not the best expansion pack that we've gotten. And that's pretty sad because it didn't even come with a world. Sims 3 Seasons did not, Sims 4 Seasons did not come with a world. Like if it would have came with its own world, would have been a lot better. However, Seasons is still a good pack for what it is. I love the fact that we could create our own holidays with Seasons, and seeing the Sims react to like the different seasons. That's pretty fun. So like yeah, it does add some necessary elements to the game to make it feel more realistic. So I'm gonna put Seasons in Awesome because Seasons was an awesome expansion pack. Awesome build mode items, awesome creative sim items. I still use a lot of stuff from the Season expansion pack in my game every time I play it. So I still use a lot of stuff from Seasons whenever I build houses in The Sims. Alright, so the Get Famous expansion pack. Whenever I think of the Get Famous expansion pack, I think of the Katy Perry Showtime expansion pack. And that pack was really, really good. And it's just so annoying. Sims 3 just had it so much better when it comes to how to handle the musicians and the singing careers and stuff like that. This would have been the perfect pack for them to bring in drum sets. That way we could form bands and have the bands go on tour and stuff like that. And this also would have been the perfect pack for them to put the film producing career in. But they didn't do it. Or the tattoo artist career. The tattoo artist career could have came with this pack. But we still don't have an option to be a tattoo artist in The Sims 4. Really annoying. So yeah, Get Famous. I'm conflicted between Awesome and could have been better because there's things that I like about it. But yeah, it definitely could have been better. The quirks get on my nerves whenever like they like have refined plate and stuff like that. That really gets on my nerves. Alright, Sulani. So what I like about Island Living is yes, it brought mermaids to the game. That's fun. The world of Solani is gorgeous. I like that the Sims can dig for seashells and swim, even though they can't snorkel, which is really, really annoying. Why didn't they allow them to snorkel and like find things? That's crazy. And the Sims 3, the Sims could snorkel and they could find treasure and all sorts of stuff. It's just like, why did they do that? You could tell. I can kind of tell if the editors kind of struggle with the engine that the Sims 4 had. Or that the creators struggle with the engine that The Sims 4 had, because there's lots of parts of Sulani that like you can tell the waters aren't that deep at all. It kind of looks like a kiddie pool almost. That's how shallow some of the water in Sulani is. But okay, so I'm gonna put Sulani in. I want to put it in Awesome because I love islands that much, I'm gonna put it in Good Have Been Better, and that's pretty difficult for me because I love islands and I'm kind of like an island boy myself. So I want to root for Sulani, and I do like it better than the other packs, but I have to put it in Could Have Been Better because it could have been. All right, so the University expansion pack. When it comes to Discover University, there's a whole lot of things that could have been better about that pack. One, the servo bots. The servo bots are like a disgrace. If you don't know what the servo bot is. Basically, it's supposed to be like a maid, but it's like a robot, kind of. And in Sims 3, they were pretty easy to use from what I know. And in The Sims 2, they were very easy to use. In The Sims 4, the servo bots take up spots in your household. It's like, why does a robot have to take up a spot in the household? That is so stupid. It's very difficult for your Sims to build one, and different servo bots do different things. Like some of them clean, some of them cook. It's like, why couldn't they just have one robot that does all of that? That kind of works like Bonehilda or an actual maid, or like a farmhand, a robot that's a jack of all trades. But of course, the Sims just kind of dropped the ball with that. Another thing about this pack that irritates me is the universities itself, because because a lot of the students at the university are really mean. The dorm rooms don't really look nice at all, and it's like when you send your sim to a university, you want them to like be able to meet people and like date people and stuff like that. But like in the Sims University, that's not really. It's not like a fun experience like it should be, because a lot of the students are mean, and also for whatever reason, the game made these college students unattractive. I don't know why they would do that, but they just made them very uninteresting and unattractive. So I basically had to create my own sorority, my own fraternity, and kind of like, put them in the town, which is very difficult. Whatever. Yeah, Discovery University could have been better. So I am putting it in could have been better. Definitely could have been better. The last thing that I'm gonna say about Discovery University that gets on my nerves is the fact that it takes Sims hours to do their homework, and I know in real life it could take hours for a real person to do their homework. But what's annoying is just like as someone who's playing a game, I don't want to sit there and watch my Sims do homework forever. Like that is it's really annoying. So the game should have not made it as much of a lengthy process as it is when it comes to the Sims doing homework. That's just ridiculous. All right, the eco-friendly expansion pack. You know, I appreciate what this pack was trying to do. I'm all for helping the environment and saving the environment and being environmentally friendly, whatever. That's cool. However, there were a lot of things about this pack that I didn't like. I wasn't crazy about a lot of the creatives and clothing that this pack came with. The little voting process with the sharing is caring option that they had, I didn't even know that that existed until a lot of items started going missing from my Sims houses and my Sims restaurants, and that was really annoying to have to figure out what's missing and to have to figure out what I need to replace. Like that really irritated me, and it irritated a lot of other. The game should have gave the players warning that a lot of their items were going to disappear because of the sharing is caring voting thing. Yeah, eco-friendly could have been better. I like the fact that the pack comes with recycle bins and that it promotes being environmentally friendly. That's cool. However, you don't have to promote stealing, and also, yeah. So eco lifestyle definitely is going and could have been better. Alright, so you guys, I just ranked all the Sims 4 expansion packs. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, so I'm glad that I finally got around to doing it. If you agree with my rankings or if you disagree, feel free to tell me in the comments down below. That's all for today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.